Everyone, welcome to our channel. To my subscribers, welcome back and thank you for your support. This week we're going to be talking about emergency reloads. Stick around. Be ready, train smart. All right, guys, welcome back. Hey, this week we're going to be talking about emergency reloads. And in our last video that we talked about with pistols, I showed you guys the different kinds of reloads. And so now I'm going to show you guys how to do those reloads. So this week we're going to be talking about the emergency reload, which, like I mentioned in the last video, is the fastest of the reloads because it is the, oh shit, I'm in this situation. I just sent all my rounds down range and now I'm out of freedom seeds and I need to reload to get back in the game. All right, so I'm going to show you guys how to do that. I am an advocate of concealed carry. I believe that that's how everybody should carry. So I'm going to show you guys in this video how to do emergency reloads from concealed carry. All right, guys, let's jump into it. All right, guys, so we're gonna start in our shooting position because I'm not gonna go through the whole drawing process and everything. I already did a video on how to draw from holster and I'll leave it right over here for you guys. If you didn't see that video, go watch it real quick. It'll help you get to this point. So we're gonna start from our shooting position here and we're gonna get lock back, right? Because we just ran out of ammunition, okay? So we're gonna start in a lock back position here. Just so you guys can see, empty magazine here, empty gun, all right? And then I have another magazine here that's filled with a bunch of snap caps, and there's a reason for that, and I'll explain to you guys why in a few minutes. All right, so starting off with an empty magazine, you have a lock back, okay? You're in your shooting position here, and you're like, oh crap, I need more bullets. All right, so what you wanna do first, all right, especially if you guys are in your proper grip, okay? And again, if you need to know how to be in the right grip, I'll leave a link for that video over here as well. All right, guys, so in your proper grip here, what you wanna do is bring the gun into your workspace, right? That's the very first thing you wanna do. So you wanna start bringing the gun into your workspace. If you're in your proper grip, your pointer finger on your secondary hand should be somewhere on your trigger guard, okay? So let's see if you guys can see from here, right? So if I'm in my proper grip here, my pointer finger's on my trigger guard. What I like to do, okay, is as I start bringing the gun into my workspace, I let go with my secondary hand and I take my pointer finger and I just pull the trigger guard to me, just like that, just a little bit. And what I'm doing, I'll show you from this angle, okay, so as I let go, my thumb moves to my magazine release and I take my trigger guard and pull it to me, and then it literally just kind of runs into my thumb and drops that magazine. But it also puts my gun in a nice position to work on it. So now my thumb can reach both my magazine release and my slide lock, right? Because that's key, both of those are key, right? So again, I release, my thumb moves to my magazine release, and as I pull back into my workspace, I'm pulling the trigger guard towards me until my thumb lands on the magazine release, pushes, magazine drops, and now my hand immediately runs to get to the spare magazine. All right, guys? You can see that there? It's a really nice trick to be quick, right? And it's important here that we make sure that our grip is straight up and down. All right, we want that magazine to clear without any issues. If you immediately move to a position where you're gonna reload, now you're angled here, and your magazine may not come all the way out, all right? This gun, it does. Some guns, it might get stuck in there, or after shooting and shooting and shooting and things get gummed up in here, you may not have enough to clear this completely, all right? So straight up and down, okay? Just like that. The next thing that I do, step back here a little bit. The next thing that I do is as soon as that happens, my secondary hand runs straight to get to my spare magazine, and my thumb then moves from my magazine release to my slide lock, and I just leave it there. And I'll show you why a little later, all right? And then I bring the gun into me, and as I hit my workspace, now I'm angled. I'm angled, and you should be pointing to your spare magazine, and you should be able to see the inside of your magazine rail well, okay? So you bring it in like this, thumb moves up to the slide lock, and now I'm here. So this should be aligned with my face. I don't need to be doing this. It should be here, okay? This should be pointing in the same direction as my spare magazine. That way when I come up, it's already aligned, okay? And then I can see where I'm trying to go, okay? That's how you manipulate the gun so far to get into an emergency reload. All right, guys? The next part is grabbing your spare magazine, okay? Defeating garment, just like you have to do when you're drawing your firearm, okay, is gonna be the same here, all right? So I want you to grab some clothing here, all right? Pull up, and the difference is now is you're gonna take your thumb and you're gonna kind of wrap it down and behind your hand, all right? See what I'm doing there? So thumb up, grab your clothes, thumb up, point your thumb down and behind your clothes, all right? This gets your garment out of the way so that you can open up your hand to be able to slide down to get your magazine, okay? What we wanna do here is you don't wanna grip your magazine with just your fingers, all right? You don't wanna do this finger grab here because you have no control here, okay? What you wanna do is when you get to this point, okay, feet garment, all right? You wanna move your hand down until the base plate of your magazine hits your palm. Then you're gonna wrap your fingers around the magazine. You pull up. As you pull up, okay, you should be in this position here. So your hand's gonna come down behind it until the palm hits the base plate. You're gonna wrap your fingers. Your pointer finger wants to be right along the front of your magazine, okay? Just like that. And it should be pointing where you wanna go. This gives you complete control over this magazine. There's no flimsy, it's not you're doing this thing, whatever. Complete control over the magazine, all right? And your pointer finger is pointing to where you wanna go, all right? This is important, guys. If you don't get this grip down for your spare magazine, you're gonna have a hard time trying to be quick with your reloads because you're gonna end up fumbling here because you don't have control versus here you have complete control and you're going right where you're pointing. All right? So get that really good grip onto your magazine, okay? So now, your gun is here, okay? You're looking at your magazine well, all right? You have your good grip here. So as soon as you come out of your holster, you're gonna, almost like you're drawing your holster, except on the opposite side, you're going to drop your elbow, which is gonna bring that magazine up, and you should be aligned here at this point, all right, guys? Now I'm looking where I'm going, and I'm pointing where I'm looking, and you're just gonna drive that magazine straight in, all right? Point, once you get to this point here, you can move your finger, and you're just gonna pop that in, all right? Point, point, look, drive. All right, guys? I'm gonna give you a little secret here. something that I do, and you can't do this with every firearm, unfortunately. I carry a Smith & Wesson M&P Compact. They're newer style, and their slide locks have a lot of real estate. Pops out a little bit more, and there's a lot of real estate for my thumb to be on, okay? Which allows me to place my thumb on the slide lock, apply a slight amount of pressure, okay, so that when I drive my magazine in, the force of me doing this releases the magazine as I'm holding here. And then I'm good to go. I don't have to come over the top and do that whole thing. I don't have to load and then release. This is something that takes a lot of practice, and I still miss every once in a while. But if you get this, if you have a gun that allows you to do that, it just saves, you know, that 1/10 of a second, whatever, right? As soon as you get here, and I'm back up on target, all right? The thing you have to be careful about with that, sometimes I might get a little overzealous, and I release the magazine, the slide, before the magazine is completely seated, so it doesn't load that round in, all right? So the reason why when I'm practicing this at home, I have one empty and one full of snap caps is so that I can see if I loaded one. All right, guys? Just a little trick, a little something you can do at home, guys. It just cuts that even a 1/10 of a second. With everything else combined, it'll allow you to get up and going a lot faster. Again, not every gun is gonna allow you to do that. Sorry, guys. Some of you are gonna hate me for saying this, but this is a serious downfall when it comes to Glocks, because their slide locks suck. Sorry. And even M&Ps, right? The M&P Shield line, if you guys have those, if you guys are carrying those slide locks, slide releases suck too, all right? One of the biggest reasons why I fell in love with this particular gun is, let me see if I can get a little closer for you guys, is the real estate that is on that slide lock. It's awesome, guys. It allows me to do that, which just makes me that much quicker getting back up for an emergency reload, all right? So let's just run through that all together real quick, put it together for you guys to see, okay? All right, so up on target, doing my thing, get slide lock, okay? I'm like, oh shit, I'm not behind cover like Jay told me I should be, bad, all right? So now I have to do an emergency reload, all right? I'm going to spin. All right, guys, that was slow. Let's do it again. Up on target. Okay. Again, from slide lock, up on target. All right, guys, that's an emergency reload. Not a lot to it. There are some moving parts. It just takes practice, guys, right? Any of this stuff that we do with our firearms is all about practice. Dry fire, dry fire, dry fire. I tell you guys that all the time. It is super important, especially with things like this. All of this stuff, there is no recoil management to it at all, right? And the only thing you can't practice at home is recoil management. So if you're practicing all these other aspects, loading, unloading, emergency reloads, tactical reloads, whatever, none of that stuff has recoil management anyway. So do it at home. Practice that stuff at home, guys. Emergency reloads are super important, but like I said in my last video, both emergency reloads and tactical reloads are just as important together, okay? So the next video that I'm gonna do for you guys with the pistol is gonna be, you guessed it, tactical reloads. All right, and then we'll put it all together and I'll show you guys that drill again that you can do from home or at the range, combining all of it together, combining draw stroke with an emergency reload and then a tactical reload and then starting again. All right, guys. Hey, hope this video helped you guys out. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Subscribe to our channel, turn notifications to all right, so you guys get notified when I post my videos. Just to be clear also, guys, I post a training video every Friday. Hopefully some of you guys have seen already. Now I'm doing a tip video that I do every Tuesday. We call it Just a Tip Tuesday. And then I'm hopefully gonna be starting to integrate some other videos. If there's something that you guys wanna see from me, go ahead and comment down below. Let me know, email me, message me, whatever. I get right back to you guys. I wanna be here for you. So let me know what you guys wanna see. Let me know what you wanna learn, and I'll try to create that for you. All right? See you guys next week. Be ready, train smart.